Okay. So we're going to talk about the koshas tonight. And so in yoga, it's thought that there are 5 layers or 5 veils of the body. And so if we think about our heart center and then just begin to kind of move outward, the furthest out is what we call our Annamaya kosha. And again, kosha means layer, okay? So this furthest out is this layer, this Annamaya kosha, and that has to do with our physical needs. It's like the physical body. And then we come a little closer and we have our pranamaya kosha. It's like our breath layer, this veil of the breath body. And then we come a little closer, and that's our manomaya kosha, the layer of our mind, so our thinking, and more how our senses relate to us with experiences, so how we take in the information and make sense of it. And then even closer is our vijnanamaya kosha, which is wisdom. So we're getting closer to the heart space. We have this wisdom body, this higher consciousness, kind of where consciousness and the divine kind of mingle. And then deepest, closest in is our Anandamaya kosha, the bliss body layer. And that's the essence of our being. So it kind of goes from gross to subtle. And all of these layers interact with each other. And we kind of move in and out of the needs and the awareness of these layers throughout our day, throughout our practice, and even from each moment to moment. So we'll start our practice tonight just lying down in shavasana. Maybe on the back, or if you want to bolster under the knees. And our practice tonight is just going to bring our awareness to these subtle differences, these subtle aspects of our body. And so in Shavasana, as we start, so we'll start and end with Shavasana. We're going to bring our awareness to the physical body. Yeah, so get comfortable. And as you lie down on your back, scan the physical body. Without wishing anything to be different, just notice the physical body. Breathing in and out, just resting in your space. Maybe notice the temperature of the body on the skin, that outer skin. Maybe notice the temperature of the body internally. Do you feel warm inside or cool from the inside out? Notice any tension, notice any holding. Notice any ease or bliss in the body, any comfort in the body. This Annamaya kosha relates to our asana practice, our physical activities. We have some kickboxers in the room. It relates to that. Our cycling, our walking, our running. our diet, and what we do to that physical kosha, that physical layer, it filters into all the other layers of the body, all the other layers of consciousness. Now one more deep breath in to feel the physical body, maybe noticing toes, knees, hips, or the neck. Let's bring our awareness to the breath. Notice the rise of the chest on the in-breath. And exhale, chest falls. Maybe flip the palms so the palms are facing the sky. And on the in-breath, the palms and the fingers open. On the exhale, you can fold those fingers in to close the palm. Inhale, open the hand. Exhale, close the hand. Noticing the breath. Inhale, extend the hand open. Exhale, close the palm. And now adding a mantra to the movement. As we inhale, we'll inhale, so opening the palms. Exhale, close the hands. Let the mantra hum. Inhale, extend, so. Exhale, hum. So, just continue on with your mantra, with your palms, and with the breath. And whenever you're ready, you can release the mantra. Let the palms and hands be motionless if you'd like. And then feeling in, moving closer, noticing the manamaya kosha maybe. Noticing something that we hear. Maybe it's the breath that we hear. Noticing anything we smell. Maybe it's something we taste, something that we feel on the skin, there. And then bring that mantra back and the awareness to the breath. Inhaling, so. Exhaling, hum. And now let's offer one deep breath in. Pause at the top of that breath. And then exhale, sigh. Then let's hug our knees into our chest. Press the shins into the hands. And pull down on the shins with the hands. So the shins press into the hands press into the shins. And then exhale, let's roll over to one side. Press up to a seat, and we'll find ourselves in butterfly. So soles of the feet together. The feet can be really far in front of the body. You can bring them really close. So it's kind of either maybe a deeper groin or a hamstring opener, depending on where they are in relation to midline. Bring your feet together and wiggle out those sits bones if you want. You can hinge forward. Maybe rest the hands on the feet or on the ankles. And if you want, you can just round that chin to the chest. And rest here in a butterfly. Maybe noticing the physical body in the shape on the Maya kosha. Feel the breath in this shape. Notice if you hear anything and feel anything. And bring your awareness back to the breath. Allow that breath to support us in our postures tonight in these shapes. You can breathe into any areas of tension. Let that breath just go right to that spot. That Vijnanamaya kosha, that's the wisdom kosha, the wisdom layer. And that's that higher consciousness and will allows us to make decisions, maybe to respond rather than react. Helps us discern. And that innermost kosha, that Anandamaya kosha, I think I misspoke earlier, but that Anandamaya kosha is where that higher consciousness and energy mingle. But that's the bliss body. There's no fear in this Anandamaya kosha. As we bring our awareness in, we rest in that bliss. So we can breathe into any discomfort. Direct the mind to the breath, direct the mind inward, and allow ourselves to be. Maybe noticing where our thoughts go if we start to feel uncomfortable in shape. If we try to distract ourselves, or if we can sit in the discomfort, maybe breathing, maybe counting down from 5 to 0 over and over, but finding the present moment. Our Yin Yoga really supports us in being present. Maybe bring your mantra Soham into your space and butterfly. Let's breathe in really deeply and exhale to let it go. And then count down 3, 2, and 1. Then slowly press up, walking the hands towards center, lifting the heart, lifting the chest, lifting that spine up. Maybe bring the hands behind us, let the feet come to the floor. We can extend the legs long, maybe thunder and fly the legs out, and then come down into our rebound. And scan the body. Maybe notice if your awareness falls in a particular space. Maybe notice the mind, body, that heart space, that Ananda Maya kosha. If we think of these layers as the gross to the subtle, each time we go from one layer to the next in awareness, we're getting down to that truth. There's a quote by Michelangelo, and apparently he said, or maybe he wrote, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." So that's what our practice supports us in doing. It's carving into this marble, carving through these layers until we set ourselves free. From this rebound, let's roll over onto one side and press up to a seat without rush. Maybe we stay and rebound and stay in that shavasana. If you want to move to the next shape, then come up, bring the legs out in front. Let's keep our left leg long. Bring the right leg in and then bring that right knee over the left knee. So the left leg is out. The right leg crosses over, and then the right knee just comes right on top for our half shoelace. So the knees are kind of stacked. And if you want to come into full shoelace, then just lean over to that left, sweep the left heel underneath the right glute. And then you can stack those knees. And then yogi's choice, at any point, you're welcome to fold over the legs. If that leg is straight, same thing, you can just rest with that spine maybe lifted, the chest lifted, and then eventually folding over. Knowing that more isn't always better. I'm just feeling into the shape. Maybe close the eyes. Maybe the mantra "So hum" helps us keep our mind steady. Let that left foot, the legs out in front, let that left foot be floppy. Relax the face. Relax the palms and just allow yourself to surrender here. Noticing how the breath responds if it's uncomfortable. Does your breath tend to get quicker? If so, maybe try to slow the breath by a long exhale. Breathing in and out. You might be feeling this in the outer hip, maybe the low back, maybe the back of that left leg if it's extended. Maybe in the back of the neck if that head is heavy and rounded over the thigh. And maybe you feel something completely different, and that's okay. And noticing the emotions that come up. And let the emotions be here. Just acknowledging your emotions. Maybe sit with them. And all the while, just breathe. Let's count it down from 3 and 2 and 1. And then gently walk the hands towards the hips, lifting the chest, lifting the shoulders, maybe lifting the head. Yeah, really nice and slow. You can roll the neck if you want. Maybe the hands come behind us and we kind of lean back. Lift that top knee up and extend the leg. If that bottom leg was underneath that glute, kind of send it forward so both legs can come forward. And then lie down. And feel this rebound in the body. Feel that chi, that energy. Breathe. Let it flow exactly where it needs to flow in the body. I saw the angel in the marble and carved until it set him free. What does freedom feel like for you? What does it feel like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? What is freedom? When you fill your space with those feelings tonight, even financial freedom, freedom from things we don't want to do, but we have to do. What if we could just find a balance? What does that feel like to be free? When you're ready, go ahead and come onto your side and up to your seat. Keeping this sensation of that movement of chi in the body, holding space for yourself. We'll send our right leg out long this time. Or if you were in full shoelace last time, you want to bring that right foot underneath the left sits bone, the left kind of glute area. And then the left knee on top of the right. If that's not really possible, you can always bring blankets or blocks between the floor and the knee and the knee. Or the right leg is straight out and that left leg is over the top. And then whenever you're ready, if you want to fold, you can fold. You just want to sit upright. If that's enough for you on the side, then let it be so. Maybe bring the awareness to the breath. How does this shape support us? and carving into that wisdom body, that higher consciousness. That wisdom body that allows us to be the witness and observe. Maybe imagine yourself right now, seeing yourself in this shape, observing yourself breathing, sitting, folding, pausing. What does freedom feel like? What does it truly feel like in every cell of the body, in every part of our life? What does freedom feel like? Maybe breathing in the mantra Sat Chit Ananda, Sat Chit Ananda, which means true bliss consciousness. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Now counting down from 3. Sat, 2, Chit, 1, Ananda. Let's walk our hands towards the hips, lifting the shoulders and the heart and the head. Bring your hands behind you. Lift that top knee up. Straighten that bottom leg out if it wasn't already. Send the leg long. And then find your rebound. Find that shavasana that supports us in feeling the benefit and feeling the bliss of our Yin Yoga. our next exhale, let's bring our knees into our chest. And you rock side to side if it feels okay. Your upper back to rock side to side. Maybe extend the arms overhead with those knees still in, really stretch. And bring the arms back and maybe towards the knees. We'll roll over to our side. We're going to come onto our stomachs and we'll show you where we're headed here. We're coming to our sleeping owl. So we'll bring our right arm under. So the right arm is closest to the hips, you could say, and the left arm under. So we're going to lie down on our arms. I'll scoot back so you can see a little better. So the right arm under, left arm is closest to the chin, right arm is closest to the hips, and they're out to the side. So this is my right hand on my left side, left hand on the outside, palms are up. Let me turn my light on. So we'll lie on our stomach. So the right arm is under, left arm is also under. So our arms are crossed underneath. And the right arm, this go around is closest to our hips. The left arm is closer to our chin, and we just kind of fold over. Maybe close the eye. Maybe noticing the back body. Maybe inviting that neck to relax and that spine to melt into the heart, into the arms, into the floor. And breathe. And soften the glutes and the feet. Maybe notice if we tend to tense up any other part of the body in any of these shapes. Letting ourselves rest and letting our soul remember that it's free, that it's awakened, and that it's pure light energy. Almost done, just a few more breaths in and out. Maybe count down from 3, 2, 1. Now slowly lift the head. That left arm that's closest to that chin, kind of slide it over, let the forearm come down, then slide the right arm out And let's just come right onto our stomachs, and the arms can reach towards the feet, come to our side, and let the body unravel. Let this chi kind of hang out, move, settle. A few more breaths and a rebound. And breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Maybe lift, bring the chin back to neutral, then lift the head just a little bit. Bring that left arm in front, and then the right. And that left arm is closest to our hips this time. And then the right arm is closest to that chin. Get those arms out to the side and then fold on over those arms. And just accepting everything exactly as it is right now. Not wanting anything to be different, but we can just rest exactly where we are. Breathe. And maybe adding our mantra, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. We're over halfway done. Just savor this shape, savor what we feel, what we learn, what we take in, how we surrender. Breathe in for 3, and 2, and 1. And slowly lift the chin, lift the head. Slide that right arm kind of through and then the left. And lower down onto your stomach. You can bring the hands along the side and let those shoulders rest as we come into our rebound. Now breathe in. And exhale, let's lift our head and press up. And come onto our backs again. So however you want to make it down to your back. Taking your time to get there. And when you get to your back, let's hug those knees into the chest again. And then bring those knees right over the hips and the ankles in line with the knees. And bring our arms out like a T, and let's just let those knees come over to the right. Maybe that we wiggle the shoulders so the shoulders are on the floor, and the arms can be out like a T. Or we can even bring our arms kind of above the head. Maybe we interlace our hands and just bring the arms over the head. And we'll rest here with our legs to the side, knees to the side, a little twist. Maybe visualize yourself as pure light. See yourself in this shape as a pure light being. Just radiating pure light. And just exhale, let everything go. Peeling back layer and layer. Letting go of any stories, complications, anything that we can just let go and shed. Just rest. Really nice job, guys. Stay with the breath, stay with the shape, stay with yourself. Cutting down. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, we bring the left hand to the left hip and the side body, then the left foot to the floor. And press up, hug the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side. Send the legs out long. You find some relief in the rebound. Knowing that you don't always have to make sense of things. Breathe in. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest before we twist over to the left side. So the knees are over hips, ankles in line with knees, maybe. And let the legs go over to the left. And maybe that right shoulder comes to the ground. Maybe the right hand is on the side body. Find what suits your body tonight, what suits your mind, your spirit. Maybe give yourself a little scalp massage here, letting go of any tensions you might have in the head. And exhale. Offer some renewal as we twist. Close the eyes, soften the cheeks. And just wait and rest. Maybe breathing into that outer hip. Breathing into the low back. Breathing into the mid back. The upper back. The back of the neck. Send it some breath. And then feel the breath within the breath. Exhale, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees back to center, rolling onto the back. Letting that lower mid upper back come to the ground. Knees come to the chest. Maybe extend the hands over the head, lengthen through the spine. Rock side to side. Exhale, send the legs long. We'll rebound for a few moments. whenever you're ready. Maybe it's in a few breaths, maybe it's now, maybe it's never for the rest of the night. We'll come into a really wide-legged child's pose and press up. Bring the knees really, really wide, maybe the toes are together. And of course, you can always rest on some pillows if you want to bring some pillows under. Bring the arms out. Bring the arms behind you. Find some refuge, just like a child. Find it within yourself in this practice. Let the heart melt into the ground. Always the option to bring the pillow between the seat and the heels. Sometimes that feels a lot better. Under the heart. Just feeling the shape in a different way with the pillow between the thighs and the seat. And then rest. Maybe a mantra brings you home to yourself. Maybe it's the breath. Maybe it's nothing in particular. You're welcome to stay in child's pose for as many more breaths as you would like. Know that whenever you're ready, you can roll over into Shavasana. Let a deep breath out the mouth. There's a quote by the famous Bill Bowerman, who coached the University of Oregon back when Steve Prefontaine was a runner who was an American middle distance, long distance prodigy. And Bill Bowerman is quoted as saying that the real purpose of running isn't to win a race, it's to test the limits of the human heart. I think sometimes that's the real purpose of life, is to test the limits of the human heart. So you can rest in that heart space tonight. That heart space, that artist's carve to find. That heart space that we aspire to rest in. In this capacity we feel in all directions throughout our day. The real purpose of running isn't to win a race, it's to test the limits of the human heart. If we can remember that we are a soul having a human experience, that the purpose of this human experience is to provide experience for the soul. It adds a little bit of levity, adventure maybe, curiosity. So as we live within these layers, within these koshas, there's that unchanging within us that comes from Source. We can rest in that bliss at any time. But let's be in that space right now. You're welcome to rest in shavasana for a few more minutes, or if you'd like to come to a seat, then come to a seat. And sit in silent meditation. Maybe the mantra Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. If that resonates with you, you can say it out loud or to yourself. True consciousness bliss. Om Shanti. 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 Om Peace. Peace. Peace.